Typically, this whole bay would be jam-packed with 1,000,000 feet of saw logs on any summer day, being fed into the sawmills at Gravenhurst by tugs. The idea of trying to run a tourist resort in the middle of a lumber town seemed a little bit odd. But Mr. Robinson persevered with it anyway, and the Daisy Island Resort was quite successful. It carried on right up until the 1940s and became the forerunner of many other fine resorts in this area. Somebody had to start the new trend. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching on the right or starboard side of the ship, you can see we're passing the north end of Mary Island now where the flagpole is. This might be of some interest, I don't know. About 7 or 8 years ago, Mary Island and the 2 cottages on it were put up for sale for the price of $8 million. Now, I suppose that was a reasonable price. However, it seems a little bit ironic, especially when you consider that back in the 19th century, you could have purchased an island on Muskoka Lakes for $1. Essentially, according to my readings, the early settlers who came up to Muskoka in the 1860s and 70s did not come here for fun or recreation. They came up here hoping to farm this country, believe it or not, or failing that to work for the lumber companies. And to the early settlers, the islands on these lakes were absolutely useless. I mean, as far as they were concerned, you couldn't cast your animals on them, so what good were they? However, by the 1880s, American sportsmen were discovering this area, and the sportsmen wanted places for campfires and cottages. So suddenly the islands became valuable. Times changed.
Beautiful cottage. And there's But during the 1920s, Dr. Bethune suffered from tuberculosis, and so he was admitted to the hospital here in his hometown of Gravenhurst. Now, they say about Dr. Bethune that he was never a man to do anything by half measures. Dr. Bethune was not satisfied with the sanatorium. So if you can believe this, Dr. Bethune actually operated on his own lungs using surgical instruments that he himself had invented and which are still in use today. And the operation was successful. He went on to accomplish great things. The sanatorium is no longer a hospital, ladies and gentlemen. It became obsolete in the 1950s and was closed in the 1960s. The building now stands vacant, empty, and crumbling away. It's a real pity
Madam. Ano? Nag-video kami sa Islam. Hinahanap ka namin doon. Umalis ka na doon pagkain. Wala ka na doon eh. Ganun tayo.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching on the right or starting inside of the ship, you can see that we're passing a bay, which for obvious reasons is called Flint Bay. Some of those bluffs over there are over 100 feet high, and the waters at the foot of them are about 30 feet deep, or about 9 meters straight down. That shoreline to the right was first subdivided into cottage lots by the Robinson family back in 1930. But for some strange reason, they agreed to slowly selling the lots. As a matter of fact, they almost had to give them away. Nowadays, you couldn't buy one of those properties for $5 million. Many of those places have 100 steps up to the cliff's top.
$5 million.
Uy.
Don't have that one. They're not yeah. I hope one day you're gonna be millionaire and you're gonna buy a house like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you were wondering about that long blast we just heard on the ship's whistle, believe it or not, it was not intended to blow your ears off, but rather to be a warning to small boats to let them know that the Winona 2 is now approaching the Gravenhurst Narrows. Small boats cannot see us coming from this direction. When you see the Gravenhurst Narrows, I think you will agree that the channel is very well named. It is only about 80 feet across. This ship is 29 feet in beam, and it takes very careful navigation to get a ship this size through the Narrows Channel safely. But I might remark that steamships have been going through this channel ever since 1866, and some of them were a lot larger than the Winona, but they always managed to get through safely. The Narrows Channel is the only one that links Muskoka Bay, where we are right now, with the open waters of Lake Muskoka. So we have to go through it if we want to continue our cruise. And there now, the Narrows Channel is opening up on the starboard bow.
Ah, dito wala na doon sa Ankara. Paikot tayo yata, no? No, gano? Parang paikot tayo. Ha? Paikot.
Everybody has cars
No?
English.
Well, folks, we're just entering the Gravenhurst Narrows now.
Puro mga island mga gitna.
Malalim siguro talaga dito kasi ayun o, Tamaraw.
Mustasa.
Oh, there, the one I'm talking, the moose thing. You see that? The statue of the moose. This one.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we're actually coming into the Gravenhurst Narrows now. If you'd like to get a real sense of just how narrow this channel actually is, I would respectfully suggest that you look on both sides of the ship as we go through, and then you'll see what I mean about narrowness.
Then mayroon silang kuwan
Oh
ka.
my god, I didn't
Parkingan.
know.
Boat house.
Here we go.
Yeah, we are did not take my spot. No one take my spot. This is my own spot. I like it. I like my spot. No. Yeah. Oh my god, look at that rock. It's like kind of half.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
We're cruising the boat. Seven Horse Muskoka. Look at those
What does
cottages.
that say?
One more safe trip
But
to the
Brady.
Ravenhurst Narrows.
Brady?
Yes, it's
Coming up
Brady.
now on
My
the left
name.
or port side of the ship is
Where is this written?
Sounds your name,
the white
Yeah.
lighthouse you can see at the end of the island is the only government lighthouse on Lake Muskoka. The lighthouse was first built here in 1905. The one you see there now is a replica built by the Coast Guard about 7 or 8 years ago. The original lighthouse was getting rather rotten and shaky and had to be replaced. Now, at the time they were rebuilding it, the Coast Guard wanted just to put up a pole with a red light on it.
Oh, look at
But there was a lot of
that.
outcry about that because the Narrows Lighthouse has been a faithful sentinel for a long, long time. So they were good about it. They gave us a replica of the original lighthouse. The new one looks just like the original except for the windows. That light can be seen for a distance of 5 miles up Lake Muskoka, and it's a very valuable aid to navigation, especially on dark or foggy nights. It's also one of the most photographed lighthouses in Canada. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the scenery has changed dramatically. We've just left Muskoka Bay, and now we are out on the open waters of Lake Muskoka. And it looks to me as if Captain Burley is going to take us on a cruise on the south side of the lake, past the islands near the Tapu Resort. We don't always take this route. Sometimes we cruise over there to the left.
Lord, imagine pumasok tayo dyan. Tapos dito. No?
Eh, malito naman yung
I want to reassure you that we get lovely scenery on both routes, and it's nice that we have some variety on our cruises. They're not all the same.
Look at that view.
Since we're out on the open waters of Lake Muskoka, perhaps it behooves me to say a few words about the local geography.
I still
Just in case some of you are not too familiar with this area. If that is the case,
baba mo kunin.
I could remark that Lake Muskoka is the largest lake in the Muskoka district, and this is only the southern end of it. There's a lot more to the north and west that you can't see from here. Lake Muskoka is about 18 miles in length, or 30 kilometers, and about 8 miles across, or 13 kilometers. The lake is very irregular in shape, and it contains about 150 islands. I know that because I sat down with a chart one day and counted them.
150 islands daw.
Some of the islands are no bigger than a rock with a bush growing on them, but others, like Browning Island,
150 islands.
way off in the distance now on the left or port side of it. Browning Island is the largest island on the lake, and it makes Lake Muskoka look a lot smaller than it really is. This lake is maintained at 739 feet above sea level, and the waters here for the most part are quite deep. The deepest spot of the lake is on Crown Island up at the north end, where they have taken soundings at 220 feet. That's roughly 80 meters or more. Folks, speaking of islands, coming up on the left or port side of us now, we are cruising past Theobald Island. Theobald Island is one of the loftiest and most
one cottage on it. Side of the ship, folks, is Lakewood Island. Lakewood Island is notable because about 50 or 60 years ago it was used as a summer resort. There used to be small cabins on the island, and people could rent the cabins and spend the summer holiday there and take their meals at the main
Oh,
lodge.
yeah.
Still stands.
Yan na yung marking yan eh. Ano? Iikot na tayo pabalik.
Why a resort like that went out of favor? Because nowadays, if people go to a resort,
Okay, good.
they usually expect the resort to amuse them. And by the way, speaking of resort stays, gentlemen, if you are watching on the right or starboard side of the ship on the mainland there, you can
Okay, let's
some
see
of the
what we
big
gonna get.
multi-story buildings of the Taboo Resort. Taboo was originally called Muskoka Beach Inn, and it was first opened almost 100 years ago, back in 1925. The hotel building at Muskoka Beach Inn burned down in 1959, but it was soon rebuilt, and then the place was renamed Muskoka Sands Inn. And then in 1984, Muskoka Sands was sold, and I guess the new owners decided they needed a more exciting and exotic name for the place, so they chose to rename it Taboo, meaning the forbidden thing. The Taboo Resort today is primarily a condominium or timeshare resort. They've got lots of beautiful chalets down there, and perhaps if some of you folks have a few $1 million that you don't know what to do with, you can arrange to get on a waiting list to see if you can buy into a timeshare at Taboo. I would wish you luck. Taboo also has a championship golf course made out by Mike Weir. I understand that it's a wicked golf course to try to play, and they say that the caddies down there make money on the side by collecting golf balls in the woods. Part of the ship is called Old Downey Island. The main thing I remember about Old Downey Island is that about 18 years ago, the island and the new cottage on it were put up for sale for the asking price of $14 million.
$14 million.
I don't know whether they got their money or not, but the for sale signs are down.